Hi, and welcome to Star Lighthouse. I'm Prashant, and this is weekly reading for Sun, Moon, Venus rising in Sagittarius. This is a generic read, so please take all the messages that resonate with you and leave everything else behind. And if this reading does happen to connect with you, there is an extended to it. The link for that extension is below in the description box. I hope you like the reading. And if you do, please do like, subscribe, and share. That would be very helpful. Thank you for that. So Sagittarius, how are you doing? Mid-December, how are you feeling? Able to catch on to any holiday spirits? Hopefully you can. If in case this was a tough year for you, which it was for a lot of people, hopefully you can find some silver lining in it. Try to close the chapter on it. Alright, Sagittarius, let's focus on the question that brought you this reading. Take a deep breath. Exhale and let everything else go. Just that question on your mind, and maybe this reading has an answer for you. Let's see what's going on. King of Wands being blocked by Star energy. Alright, so King of Wands is a card which is all about truly knowing who you are, what makes you innovative, what makes you different in this entire world, like entire 7 billion people. Now, that's a really large scale picture. If for that, then in that scenario, track it down to whatever industry you work in. In that large scale industry, you truly understand your innovative self, what makes you different. Now, if that's something you cannot identify, that's where the other scenario is like you might be projected towards a different career altogether. Let's park that idea on the side, but the point over here is large scale industry or in the 7 billion people, what makes you truly different, identify that. How you can truly do that is learning what star power you have. Star power is all about the unique ability in yourself. For example, able to digest data on the fly, or like in your natural drive or your natural swimmer, natural athlete. You're naturally good at musical instruments. All these unique abilities which we generally tend to cast aside, thinking that they're just hobbies and they're not secure way of finding abundance. Those are the situations which need to be focused on, and that's what's blocking you from finding the innovative version of yourself which you can truly fit into the universe. Be unique, stay abundant, get famous, and everything together. King of Wands is a card which makes you in that industry or the entire, like as big as celebritism you want, makes you truly showcase that innovativeness, not from the perspective of getting that social recognition or abundance, but understanding that once you become unique, whatever comes out of you is something which is expected. It's something which people also want to get a version of. So all of that understanding is what King of Wands represents. That understanding comes from identifying what makes you a star, what makes you different. Everyone is unique, but we have just forgotten it because a lot of us have chosen to follow a systematic track of finding security and abundance. Not everyone might want to push that aside, but if you would like to take that risk, you should not be embarrassed about it. Past situations, Knight of Coins. So Knight of Coins is in this scenario, like, see how you're looking at your pentacles? It's from a very negative perspective, negative connotation, where you think of your dreams, your ambitions, and they're like very high, and what you receive so far because of that systematic track that you followed for your career and growth, it hasn't brought you that stability, comfort, or even the abundance that you hope for. And even if you let that go, the amount of effort that you're putting in towards that is not truly worth your intellect, worth your skills, worth your, and you also making you like hide this true abundance sitting within you. It's like it's waiting to explode, like a radioactive substance out of you, and you're just stopping it. Don't literally imagine that, but I'm just saying the idea of it, that it wants to come out of you because it wants to explode out of you. It has been long inhibited because you followed a systematic track to get, and so now you're looking at Knight of Pentacles like not truly happy. Your ambitions didn't truly reach to your dream abundance. So now there is sort of like a re-analysis of ambitions. While you're doing that, you're also realizing, hey, some of my hobbies are amazing and they truly make me different. So is any of these hobbies, can they make me abundant too? Once you start realizing those things, that what can make you abundant, your mind automatically starts acting towards acquiring skills and information that is needed to get to that dream destination. When you follow a systematic track, then you are following a laid out pattern created by a bunch of people who at some point did what I'm describing for yourself, to follow your own star self. So instead of following someone else's pattern, follow your own footsteps. That's what this seems like going towards. Mind's ambition, Four of Chalices, not completely happy or content with the situation and hoping for more. Heart's desire, getting past your devil. So devil is over here is clearly representing the old system or the old way of yourself, where you didn't believe in you and you let other people enchain you. See how on both the sides of the devil, that shadow self is enchained. It's exactly that. That you let other people or other ideas or the systematic way of life for career and growth chain yourself and stop you from growing towards the abundance you truly deserve and you're here for. Future situations, Ace of Wands. So once you find what makes you unique, the spark of that, what I mean by spark of understanding what makes you unique, it's kind of like a light bulb moment in your mind where it's like, oh, I see the other person cannot do this. Oh, wait a second, the entire peer group cannot do this. Oh, wait a second, most of the people I know cannot do what I can do. So can that mean that makes me unique, that makes me different? So how about we explore that? How about we explore that hobby that we once thought is just a freaking hobby? How about we explore that skill that we just realized no one else has? If that truly makes me unique, then people should pay in abundance for their uniqueness. Why should we sell short? It's truly realizing how powerful you are and previously how undervalued you were. Once you start realizing how powerful star self you are, going towards like that enthusiasm, that spark would take you towards destinations, towards abundance. Suggested advice or action, Hermit, finding your own truth, and context for this advice or action. Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is blindfolds. Blindfolds in this scenario are talking about you getting enchained, like see how there's illusionary block around you. What I'm trying to say is that it feels like you're in sort of a tunnel where other cars are also going over, and like there's this like single destination where all people get to get off, do their day's job, get back into the car and go back to that same tunnel back to their home. And you're doing that time and again back and forth just to find security, and at the same time you're hoping for some abundance. How is that possible when you're doing the same activity over and over again? How is it possible when you're doing the exact same activity over and over again just to find security? How can that give you abundance? Not sure about that, so that's where these illusionary blindfolds, these boundaries around you are, this tunnel around you is. That got to be released. How do you do that? Start learning how to find your own truth. Hermit mode. Hermit mode is letting go of this uncertainty. Would I survive without that tunnel? Would I be able to make it on my own in this, like, people would not recognize my ability or whatever. The reason would be where you're not happy in this terrible environment. Would I ever be able to make it? All those answers are sitting within inside you. How to release this fear, this tunnel, this enchainment that you are in can only come once you start understanding your own truth, start believing your own instincts. What it's all about is when you hear any statement, even read any statement, hear any sound in fact, or see anything, your mind has an ability to interpret it and a thought comes up. The thought is loud enough for you to hear it inside your mind. And because of that thought, the feeling would generate. Now, feeling would automatically point towards a good or bad situation. Learning this process would allow your mind to control the mental anxiety which everyone feels. Everyone is excited in every moment. It's humanly impossible not to be excited about any situation. Everyone is, because that's an interfacing phenomena. Once you're interfacing with someone else, you create an expectation and result, and that expectation creates anxiety. So that part has to be removed. So that's where we are pointing towards that. How do you remove that anxiety? Is start thinking about first about the thought that generates in your mind, how you feel about it, the flow between that. Once you start understanding all of that, finding the right balance between your mind and heart allows you to understand what you truly believe in and how you can truly function. Once you start understanding what you truly believe in, finding this trust, finding this star uniqueness, what makes you different, and all of us are equally abundant in different ways. Learning that is the part of that hermit journey. Once you do that, finding that spark, finding that large-scale abundance, it's an easier task. The importance over here is learning your truth, releasing the tether. Hopes and fears? Hoping for a lot of abundance. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands, you can see this ever-growing garden where you can not just sit on the side, relax, and just keep enjoying. How that happens is sharing your unique gift with everyone. In fact, now in this, like, creating online platforms and creating sort of like a recurring sampling environments would create this ever-growing garden. Getting to that right now is a futuristic hope which you have, which is amazing. But understanding how you get to that is by showcasing your true gift, not by following everyone in that tunnel towards that common destination. There is no way you can find abundance if you keep going towards the same common destination. The only way you can find abundance is finding that ace of spark. Everyone is their own ace. They have their own ace quality. We have to find one that's reside within you that is waiting to explode. So stop focusing outward. Four of Chalices is about, oh, this happiness is amazing, this abundance is amazing. Stop doing that. Rather believe that you can also get there. Now, in order to get there, you have to release this tunnel, release any fear of survivability without it. Make the journey where you learn the truth within yourself, do this hermit journey, and you find this abundance, this amazing abundance on the other side. Potential outcome: 5 of coins. 5 of coins is loss of money. So it's pointing towards when you make this transition, when you release that tunnel. Yes, there will be a financial setback, but that's a part of what you need to learn for you to master, get to. So one of the reasons all of us, whoever, and tunnel I'm talking about a similar corporate job most of us had chosen, even did I at some point. And why do we all of us do that is because we are hoping for a secure abundance, which sets us different from a lot of people, but at the same time we are in a similar tunnel with a lot of other people. What this does is it has a similar economic system, and that because of the similar economic system, everyone would end up achieving similar stuff. And as a human nature, we try to compete as to what kind of abundance we are getting, and because of that, staying in a similar system, that's impossible. So if you want a different sort of unique abundance which keeps growing for yourself, you have to release the secure system. Releasing that secure system for momentarily basis would create a temporary sort of like a financial setback. That's a test that you need to get through so that you can start learning how to control that anxiety. As I said, everyone feels that anxiety, and feeling in large scale anxiety which generates when security, like as a human we release security, especially financial security, we generate a large scale anxiety. Getting past it, then handling all those other anxious moments would become steadily easier. It's all about going past that initial financial setback. So release that security, release the idea of security, release your old way which were hampering your ambitions and your dreams, which are making you look at other abundance as like, I cannot achieve it, but this is so amazing. So that needs to be released, your fear needs to be released. This devil that you create in your mind, that this way, this channel, let's keep doing the same thing over and over again. Let's not showcase our true gift. We will get abundance. You're creating this negative mindset by not even getting to your dreams, not even getting to ambitions, that by itself is creating a negative influence in you. Negative influence is time and again from your own self, makes you create your own demons inside your own head. And that's what creates these illusionary blindfolds that I cannot fly or I'm not unique. Literally every person, 7 billion people are like, whatever the population size is, 7.594 billion people, everyone is unique. So you got to respect that, you got to believe that. And you have to truly believe you have the strength in yourself to get past the anxiety, make this journey for your trip. And as I said, how you do that is start establishing a connection between your mind and heart. Every single time, every single conversation, start from simple things. When you're with yourself, when you are watching TV by yourself, or when you're reading a book or newspaper, news article by yourself, catch the first thought that generates in your mind, the first new thought that generates in your mind. Also catch the feeling, first catch the thought, then the next time you work, catch the feeling too at the same time that generates. Then your mind will automatically start building a bridge between the thought that it creates and what heart feels. Once you start controlling how heart feels, then you can literally start controlling the anxiety you feel in the moment. Losing that financial security, yes, that's a test for you to learn, go through this initial setback, learn how much anxiety you can handle, and then slowly, steadily, those anxieties will keep releasing, and you'll also keep learning how to stay balanced in every moment. So Sagittarius, you will get to the garden, but let's go to the hermit phase. Release that tunnel. Release that tunnel security. Abundance is waiting for you. Sagittarius, I hope this reading resonated with you, and if it did, there is an extended. In the extended, I would further look at how to make that hermit journey, how to believe in your instincts, messages from the oracle. All of that is in the extended link for that is pinned in the description box. I hope you liked the reading, Sagittarius, and if you did, please do like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for joining me, and have an amazing week.